Oh, I'm so excited to see this movie. I have read these books. This movie is going to be so good. Oh my gosh, that was so corny. Why did they do that? Did the acting in this movie get any worse? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I cannot handle this acting right now. What's up guys, this is ReviewIt. My name is Kelly and today I am reviewing Vampire Academy. Woo. The book was written by Rochelle Mead and they turned it into a movie that Mark Waters directed. So, pretty much this movie is about the vampire world, but you have these things called dampiers that are human and vampire. So they are two things. And they're pretty much sole responsibility is to protect the Mori vampires. You have two different vampires, Mori, which are the good ones. Strigoi, I think, is how you say the other word, I don't know. But those are the bad vampires. And these dampiers are protecting the Mori world. You have some royal stuff, you have some high school stuff, and you pretty much have your movie. So, yes, it sounds so entertaining, I know. The books were so good, and the movie just completely turned them to crap. They did not do a good job with this movie based off this book. It drives me insane, but I'm going to try not to be biased on my opinion based off the fact that I read the book. So the thing I did like about this movie, the actress that plays Rose Hathaway, which is the main character, her name is Zoe Dutch. I'm sorry, Zoe, if I say your last name wrong. I know you're watching this, and I know that probably aggravated you if I did say it wrong. But we're going to go with Zoe Dutch for all matters of speaking. She did a great job. She was fantastic. She was hilarious. She was the only thing that kept me entertained throughout the entire movie. The only thing that kept me interested because she just captivated me with her sarcasm and her wittiness and how funny she was. She really did a good job in her role. Okay, so now that I've got the one good thing about the movie out of the way, let's talk about all the things that are wrong with it. First one being, every other person that acts in this movie is terrible. The acting is so bad and so fake. Like, first of all, I don't know any of the other actors in the movie. I've not seen them in anything. But they just do a horrible job. Like, it was almost embarrassing to watch the actors in this movie because of how bad of a job they did. Okay, the next thing I did not like about this movie, there was a lot of corny parts. This is a vampire movie, so it's going to be some weird stuff in it. But it was really weird and really fake, especially like the whole compulsion. You know, vampires can compulse people to do whatever they want. They would tilt their head all sideways and look all possessed and weird. That was extremely strange to me. So there was a lot of weird, fake, corny parts in this movie that really bothered me throughout, to the point that I was hitting my sister, who also read the books, saying, I cannot believe they just did that. That was extremely stupid that they just did that. So, wasn't a fan of some of the parts in this movie. Okay, the last thing that I just really did not like about this movie, and it might be harder for you to understand if you didn't read the book, but they really focused on the wrong aspects of the story. They focus a lot more on the teenage gossip drama of the Vampire Academy, which yes, they are in high school, that stuff's going to happen. But they pretty much make that their main focus in this movie. They don't really talk about the folklore of the vampires, where they come from, what the problem is, why is, you know, there an issue going on, who's at fault. They just focus on the drama. And that drives me insane because there's so much more to this story that could turn into such a great movie if they would have focused more on that. But they focus too much on Vampire Academy and the actual school versus the story behind it. And that just really bothered me because it was just another teenage drama with vampires in it, and that I just did not think that was good. Okay, so that is my opinion and my points of what I liked and did not like. I'm just going to take a minute to apologize if I put too much of the book into this, because I read the book, so it's really hard for me not to. I'm sorry. I try to look at the movie as its own thing, but it's really hard to when I know what happens in the book. So I did my best to do the movie by itself, but of course I did have to throw a few things from the book in there. But now let me move on to the actual rating for this movie. If you did not gather it, this movie is pretty much going to be an avoid, especially if you read the books. I think it's too much bad acting, too many corny parts. They did not put enough money into it to make it a good movie. And really, it probably shouldn't have been released in theaters. It probably should have just went straight to DVD without being in theaters. So Overall, I would absolutely avoid it, but if you feel like you have to see it, wait till it comes out on DVD. Don't waste your money to go see it in theaters. So that is all I have for this. What I want to know is, what is your favorite vampire movie? If you have something that you just love, say Twilight or Dracula or whatever, tell me what your favorite vampire movie is, or what your favorite vampire story is, because there's all kinds of them. Which one is your favorite? Alright, this is Review It. I'm Kelly. That's it.